building such an imposing fortress.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. You're the reason I got a bath? Hell's bells, I owe you. You have no idea how ripe the keep gets when the fountains are busted. If anyone asks, I wasn't the one who let you in. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Drawbridges and high walls are no defense against the Dream Scourge. Face. It's just like... not anyone in these days, huh?
Maybe it's time for another assignment.
The supplies. Swear they've got themselves drunk enough when you turn them into leather. Lost count.
Let me see that.
Barely enough here to feed the child. Barely enough to feed half a child.
Duty will lead us. But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, hmm? We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance. No, I'm tired of this. I am leaving with Amalia's crew, and you can't stop me.
I'd like to see you try. You're not brave enough for that. An outlander.
The outsider familiar.
Welcome back to Mordecai's nails. An outsider. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to something like that, yes. Apologies for staring. Do you have any questions about Sola's keep? I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Sola's Keep.
Why does the outsider look familiar?
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Very funny, pal. I should... Oh, well, then thank you, outsider. Compliments here are scarce. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. No offense, but you folks look hungry. Between you and me, I hope you know how to hunt. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you? Oh, my friend, let me tell you something. It's best not to worry about what's in the food. We eat what we have. We depend mostly on our hunters and patrols to bring back whatever they can find. Of course, that means I have to be creative to find ways to make everything edible and palatable. At least. Exactly. These mountains aren't called Galawen's tusks because there's food stuck between them. Anything that's not a mushroom or bread is a blessed day luxury around here. And actual meat? Good luck. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno. Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that. Well, it's I couldn't tell you. And I skinned it myself. Best of luck out there, my friends. And stay away from this stew. Greetings. What can I do for my new friends?
What do you want? Depends on what you care about. There's a bounty board you can check if you need coin. I heard something about the trade caravan, but I've yet to see hide nor hair of them. And Mina here's been blubbering for a while. If
you're really desperate for something to do. But that's all I've got. So, what do you want? Suit yourself.
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Huh. Council won't like that. Petru wouldn't either. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. I do, given that I am one. Our Captain Petru went missing. Of course Mihala says he's on council business, but that's a load of saga. There's more that goes on in this keep than that old crone knows about. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure... something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zarips, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much better.
Outsider! Feel like helping us out?
That's it. I'm dropping you off.
Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly. No. Our fighters are more than capable, but they are stretched thin. Times are hard. But that's life here in the Tusks. Resources are scarce out here. We need to cull the competition if we are to survive. Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens. Well done. We'll always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore. Put that poor husk out of its misery. Destroy it, so that the soul within can be free. Be careful with those ogres. Bastards are tough. We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started or who is to blame, but the name stuck. Unfortunately. Anything to report? Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that name can fade away into obscurity. Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know. Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemies of Solace, outsider.
Oh, great.
outsider. Wardens get their equipment here. Outsiders have to pay. You need something? Never once, and now that I have, I can't say I care for it. Leave our keep and our garden be. That's all I'll say on that.
Mikhaila understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this place for a reason, huh?
Exactly. To leave would only insult the great founder.
Generations of our kin have lived and died within these halls. We can't disappoint them.
Mikhaila is to blame. We need to open our gates to the water. Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from yours? Or all of the good? No, I can't. Not with Mikhaila calling the shots. Then perhaps it's time for a change around here.
What?
I'll have to bring this to the Council's attention.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated?
If we open our gates to outlanders, we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions.
Our entire society faces destruction if we don't. We trade. We lead the rest of the world.
The reason Solace Keep has stood for so long is because we've stood alone. Do not question our ways, Kostya.
I understand, Mikhaila. But Solace Keep is dying. Surely it would hurt to consider a different route.
We will talk about this later. Guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
Nandru's Forge. If it isn't the envoy.
Glad to know you're already making friends.
We are not so ignorant as you seem to think us.
Where are my guards? Get her out of here.
Let's not be rash. The envoy's word carries the weight of Adi. It might benefit us to hear what she has to say. Let it never be said the Wardens of Solace are impolite brutes. Merely recluses.
Very well. We'll deal with the severe breach in protocol later. Tell us why you insult our halls at Dieren.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
The Steel Garrote attacked Fior Messiverno unprovoked. Don't tell me there's no cause for concern.
We have heard of their Inquisitor. A woman who died and lived again.
A myth. And yet you insist she is real.
If she is here. My wardens patrol these lands day and night. A force large enough to take the mines couldn't have entered the tusks without my knowledge.
It would be a mistake to underestimate them. Ludwine's madness is second only to her cunning.
Wasn't that the creature who tried to destroy Fior?
Perhaps I will discharge a few wardens to investigate, just to be certain.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, hmm? It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, Envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him. Perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face. I recognize them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider, and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala. Follow me, Envoy.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Still lingering, Adiran? Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting. Still lingering, Adiran? Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him? Intrusive Adiran. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solus and go against his oath.
There is good in animancy, but you are willfully blind to it. Instead, you persecute others for what you fail to comprehend.
If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe. And he will stay far away from Solus until he can be trusted again. You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adiran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
Funny how the ones in power are never in the wrong.
Envoy, might I have a word? I believe we can help each other. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Yes, she's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The Wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let an Adiran trade caravan slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Mihala won't have it. Our isolation here is not elective, but imposed on us by her. And Nandru, and our long traditions. Tradition is a tricky thing to end, Envoy. People become attached, don't they, to the old ways of doing things? Even when those old ways are killing them. I have tried to broach the topic of trade with her many times, as have my predecessors with her predecessors, and clearly we have gotten nowhere. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Steel Garrote who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt she will, though. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want, too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zarips between here and there. Look for Elder Grigor at the Archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the Council's still going at it. You know how Mihala is.
Do you think Abidon and Magrin...
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Indeed. Some of it is all the noise, but some of it is that I'm new to this job. Hazing is what it is. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. The Council appointed me. Thanks. She was a great master. Even if she could have used the odd bath now and again. But that's beside the point. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidon in a forge. How unique. What can I do for you? We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recently. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires and we make something new from their stuff. Like most things around Solace, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The Council thought it best to close them down. Council of Kostya has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon. Did he now? And what exactly is... Abidon's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with the quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the Council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abidon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abidon's hammer struck the falling moon. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more. Let's. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time. Proper rifling for the barrel and a bit of weight balancing will do this arquebus wonders.
Let's keep a safe distance.
Here you are. A firearm unlike any other. Use it to rain death upon your foes for me, eh? I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.